think all the other uncontrolled ones I just have. And you have to get them, basically, in order to make use of them. And
How deep that there are win conditions in this game?
there are win conditions, but I think that's kind of an interesting. There are win conditions relative to the immediate moment, but the character is broader than just this. Perhaps a relationship will be more important to you than winning that victory point. That's allowed. How you see the character. All right. So every sort of turn is based on a negotiation phase and on a conflict phase. And a negotiation phase means that your characters can interact in any way that any 2 or 3 or more if you want to. And I'm not really in charge of where you want to do this because that's your characters are privileged and can command their time and can go where you want. So once I get an idea of who wants to talk to who, then I guess I will choose what order we do it in based on the logic. Like I might say, when do you want to do that? You say, well, I want to do it first thing in the morning. Well, we'll do you first. So... or if someone else says, well, I want to have a chat at the office. Well, okay, that will come later when you two are at the office. So I'll use some logic to set the negotiations. Negotiations have no conflict in them. They permit that you can trade cards. Each of you has power points, which is on your sheet somewhere. Or maybe you could just keep track on your sheet. We have pencils for everything. So during the negotiation phase, you can actually give power to another character. That's completely allowed. And you, as I say, you may trade cards or loan them. May I use that guy for the next turn or something like that? Or even ask, what's going on? And the other player can decide whether they will show you their face-down card and talk about what they want. All that's allowed. We are just going to play the characters and learn a little bit about how they interact, as well as maybe change some things around, if you choose. Sooner or later, somebody is going to say, well, I know he doesn't want to give it to me, but I want it. And then there's also the question of investigating. Yeah, I think I turn over all the items, right? All the various items. So collectively, nobody knows because you don't know what cards are face down, right? You don't really know exactly what's there. But all of these, like the characters and things.
Yeah, like...
I mean, you know who the characters are, right? These people. So... I think I'll just leave those face up, I think.
Yeah, like the minor organizational characters.
Yeah, exactly. Like the FBI or local police is what I have face up here. And then various individuals, like this guy Esteban is kind of a buddy to the family. He's been working for the family ranch all his life. So if you have questions about any of them, they're all listed on your sheets if you want them. But I also can tell you who they are as we play. So investigation, as I say, you can effectively attack another character to investigate like what's under their card or maybe anything else you want to know that you think they know and they're not telling you. You can also coerce them, which means that you are bullying them, perhaps physically in some cases. Seduction, in which case you are using sex against them. And so you don't actually have to do anything, but you're promising. It's definitely over a social line to use seduction. And you can also use power to increase your chances, but you spend it to do that. You'll spend it away. So if the difference between the numbers is enormous, the big one just wins. But if it is the difference between the two, including power, you'll get a number and another number, and you compare them. If it is 2 to 11, if the difference is 2 to 11, then we will resolve it with the devil's instruments. Where did I put them? There. Right here.
And then I think would it also follow that on a roll, if you tie on the roll, it goes to the defender.
You are not rolling against each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
There's a target number. So
right.
the target number is in fact the spread. So if, for example, the difference is 8 between your score and theirs, you have to roll 8 or less.
All right.
Right. Not bad, actually. Yeah. Mechanically. So I think there's not much other than that. So again, the ordering of the conflicts, we will do the same way. It's all about who says they're approaching who for what. So let's go ahead and have it be a nice sunny spring day in Dallas, which is hot. This is a very hot climate. And let's also consider what your characters are up to, where you can go where you want. You are people who have the ability to manage your time and work on what you want to achieve. Interact with another character just to see how it feels for your characters to interact. And it's a little bit unconstructed. So let's talk. We can be proactive and think about what you want, right? If you have to get them from me, to get cards from me, or to investigate the face. I'll have to look about that investigation.
I'd like to take my sons out to the ranch to tend to the horses.
A horse day.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then knowing that they are not too comfortable with manual tasks, especially not the JR.
Yeah, and you were like the old ranching guy originally, right? Yeah,
right.
Yeah. I get the idea that Jock actually still thinks of himself as kind of a cowboy guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, in that case, JR wears the hat. Texans often will, especially back in the 70s, would wear the cowboy hat for no imaginable reason, but it's sort of this identity thing. So let us consider, therefore, that you want this. What do other people want to do so we can make an order?
How can we get these people to our side?
The way you do that, right, to get a character to come under your control, you have to interact with them. And then if it comes to the point where they're not going to come under your control, which they won't if they're over here, then you're going to have to deal with it in the conflict phase against that character in their numbers. So you actually have to go after them. What other activities do people have in mind?
Can I talk to the local police?
Would you like to do that before or after this trip out to see the horses?
After.
Okay. Right.
I want to inconvenience the boys, so this will be an early start.
We
Like
would-
5 in the morning or something.
I see. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, so how about Bobby? You're going to go along with this, or you're...
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do after that? Anyone you want to address or talk to? Don't forget that seeking allies is a really good idea when you're not JR. And sometimes even when you're him.
We are already aware of the claim.
Yes, that's general knowledge. Everything I said in the beginning was general knowledge. Although not the personal motives, those are yours. Nobody knows about the letters. Except you. And whoever has them.
I think Pam is gonna want to try and make some contacts for Ron with the local press like this. She would like to try and dig up more regarding the claim.
I see. Okay. And so, whom will you approach for this?
I think I would like to approach.
Your brother.
Well, let's see here.
Because, like, you have in mind, like, wanting to try and get one of my.
Sure. Yeah.
And I have no.
Sure, you can.
I think I would try to this MX Nevillestone.
Sure. Yeah.
Because like that's like this guy has been around for like he might have some good ideas of what might be going on with that.
Excellent. So that would be sometime when in the day, do you think? What time in the day?
I think I would like before lunch. I'd have try to arrange the meeting.
Okay.
I'm also interested in looking into the land grant, but maybe I'll go through the Department of Interior.
Okay. Yeah. So that's somebody that you are seeking.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. So that's what time of day or what?
During the day, I guess.
Yeah.
Opening up office hours. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
As soon as possible, though.
Yeah.
Like in the
let's do
morning.
that.
Okay. Yeah. Finally.
I want to try and get the letters, so maybe I could try asking Pam about this.
Okay. So you and Pam are going to. Okay. So where will this be, and in what circumstances?
Maybe we could meet at a cafe.
Okay. So, would that be in the morning or the afternoon? How do you want to do that?
Maybe in the afternoon.
Okay. So, the first things first, we have Jock getting both of his sons ready to go. You're probably out at the ranch. Are they expected to show up? How's that working, Johan?
Don't remember if you. No. I've only told you. I've told you that. Yeah, 5 a.m. sharp, and that's all. Like.
Okay, so do
So
you
I'll see
show
you
up on
at
time?
5 a.m.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, show up before 5 a.m.
Oh, you're such a worm.
The good son.
Yeah, and JR?
I show up at 7 a.m.
Oh.
But I arrive in my limousine in fresh clothes.
Of course.
You're killing me, Dad.
Yeah, but I'm not there anymore.
Well, the two of you are out, with the horses now. You're rubbing them down and saddling them up and doing those things.
Of course, I'm not mentioning this lack of respect, but of course it's all in the open.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm favoring my younger son here,
Okay.
and talking about like fishing perhaps I'm feeling my own joints and from the olden days. And perhaps it's time for me to slow down and dangling it.
Yes, I see. Do you want to? JR's not here. JR's not here. Unfortunately, he has no cards. But you could talk. What do you want to talk? Do you want to take advantage of this moment, maybe, for some things on your mind?
Yeah, of course. I want to remind him how good I'm taking care of the company, how well I know it, all the people. Yeah, I know the ins and outs of the company.
I'm like this one. Son, I'm very proud of you. I can't do the Texas accent. I can't do any accents.
That we are definitely imagining that. I'm not sure I can do that.
Yeah. Actually, can I put it out in the open before we start the scene? What I want to, because we were talking about making alliances and.
Yes, exactly.
So what I'm after, okay.
Yeah.
Perhaps I had foreseen that JR wouldn't show up at 5. So I'm probing you and that's out in the open and or more or less, and that I want to control back over my company, Ewing Oil. It's currently in the hands of my less favored son, JR, who is very
Competent in his way, yes.
he is, but he doesn't do it to the old-fashioned way that I like to, and I appreciate you being a straight and narrow guy, son. So what do you say? You want to help the old man out?
Of course.
It is my company after all.
You're going to lend him some power. You can give him power
Oh,
points.
okay. Is that how it works?
That's. I'm just thinking of concrete
Yeah,
things
right.
that could
Yes,
be
that's
negotiated
great.
here. Yeah, because of cards are
Yeah.
one thing, but PowerPoints are another. And informal agreements or emotional connections, like you're doing, right, is just right. Oh God, we are getting horse porn right now, aren't we? I mean, the ranch, the
Oh,
the riding,
yeah.
the landscape.
More or less promising you the CEO-ship of
Yeah.
the company, and that I will step down.
Mhm.
But right now I need you to.
Cough up some power.
That's right. I've got what's they called, horses handles or
Reins.
Reins.
reins, right?
Yeah.
And I need the company in my rein tightly in my reins as well, to because I've been hearing disturbing rumors about things not. In my days, of course, we did things not always strictly according to the letter of the law, but JR is taking it too far. So I hear. I don't have any concrete proof, but
I think his behavior in general is well known.
so I'm glad that I can trust you, son.
Mhm.
Give me the power.
Well, maybe I can go talk to Cliff and try and investigate JR.
Enemy of the family.
If you can find some dirt.
Oh, I wouldn't want any dirt on it to fall on the family, but
Well aimed dirt.
so be subtle then. And I don't know the meaning of that word because I'm old-fashioned. I have dirty under my nails. Okay. Oh, here he
Oh,
comes.
there it is.
Oh,
Oh.
how many times do I have to tell you not to make any plans before 7 a.m.?
Bit drunk, are we?
Look, it was a meeting. I had a meeting with very important people.
Yeah, surely your secretary got my call, or wherever you were, son.
Maybe my secretary was the meeting.
Certainly.
Look, I had
That's just defamation. We don't know anything about his personal habits. That's
It's just
up to
business.
Jaroslav.
nothing personal.
Okay. So this is the deal. Ewing Oil is my company. I want it back. And
Oh goodness.
yeah, you haven't impressed. Okay, you've done some good deals, but I'm not too sure about. You're too young.
I'm 35.
When I was 35, I built this company with my own hands. What have you done?
Look. We have a plan. We have a.
You
Meetings.
always have plans, so I hear, right? Is it that whiskey I smell in your breath?
Irving is my family name too. Look,
It is.
I'm the future.
Carry it with pride. I want to have this family's name smeared.
So you want the card?
Yes.
He wants
Give
the
me.
card.
No.
No.
What's that, son?
Look, Dad, you're old.
I'm not that old.
After he was just telling Bobby,
Yeah.
"Oh, I feel so old."
Yeah, we've been riding, so my back is killing me.
Okay, well, I think this negotiation has come to a natural end.
Actually, I think I'm in better shape than you are.
Really? Do you think I can't ride a horse?
Get on up! Giddy up!
Oh, I see the nature of this conflict, which we'll get to when we get to the conflict phase.
Yeah, okay.
You guys are going to race your horses or something equally mature.
Yeah.